Welcome into the latest edition of ESPN FC. I'm Dan Thomas, joined by Ali Moreno and Stevie Nicol. Sunday sees the Community Shield. Crystal Palace take on Liverpool, of course. This is the traditional curtain raiser for the start of the Premier League, as you have the league winners taking on the victors of the FA Cup. No surprise when you take a look at how the bookies have this game set. Liverpool 7-2 on Crystal Palace, where you can more than double your money. Outsiders coming in to this final at Wembley. For more on this, I'll come in, shall we? Frank Leboeuf, who 25 years ago was representing Chelsea in the Charity Shield, taking on Manchester United in that game. Frank, what were your memories of it? How seriously did you take it? How did you use it?
I took it very seriously. I played two Charity Shield, twice against Manchester United. The first one in '98, we lost it on penalties, and we won the second one in 2000. I think it was 2-0 against Manchester United. But it's always a big game. I mean, when you go to Wembley, the crowd is full. I mean, the stands are full. All the Chelsea fans were expecting a win. So you want to play it seriously, and you really want to beat the team that you play against, especially at the time against Manchester United. So that was a serious game. I wanted to get a silverware. I wanted to start well the season, and I wanted to be successful. And it's another line in a resume. So I'm expecting Sunday to see two teams who really want to win it, because I guess, yeah, it can be taken as a friendly game, but I don't think the same way. It's like when you play with a national team and you play a friendly game, it's never a friendly game. If you play for your country or you play a big game for your club, it's always a serious one for me.
How very different that answer is to the one that Stevie Nicol gave to me ahead of today's show, which was?
Well, it's a strange game. The Charity Shield's a strange game because, yes, as a player, it's at Wembley, and yes, you want to do well. But the problem is the coaching staff, the build-up to it is all about the following week. It's all about don't do anything stupid. Right. If anybody feels anything, you tell us, we get off. You know, the whole build-up is not about winning. It's not like a cup final. But obviously, when the game starts, you try and win the game. But it's not really the be-all and end-all. It's not.
Having said that, though, what will it take for us to be sat here on Monday and you being concerned about Liverpool?
The only thing I'm looking for in this is the new signings doing well.
Right.
I think genuinely that's what most, in my opinion, genuinely that's what most people will be doing, because, you know, McAllister and Gravenberg or Salah or anybody else, you know exactly what they're all about, and we expect to see what they're all about come the Premier League season. But for the Virtues of the world, you know, the players that have just come in, that have just signed, the Frimpong's, you know, whoever it is, everybody, and certainly my eyes will be on them and see how they do. And hopefully they do well, because that's the only thing that I'm interested in.
So as a more experienced, if you're a Van Dijk or a Salah speaking to these players, what's your message to them?
Go and enjoy yourself and do what you do.
Right.
Just do what you do. You don't have to go and try and show everybody you're a world beater. You do what you've been doing, and the reason... Again, it's the old speech. The reason you're here, son, is because of what you've been doing. So all I'm asking you to do, with a couple of little wrinkles, is do what you do. And if you do that, we're not going to have a problem. And then off you go. Will
Crystal Palace be taking this more seriously?
I would expect so. I would expect so. They got a taste of the big time. And so Crystal Palace will think this is big time. Because Liverpool have been there so many times before, because these players have been at Wembley and all the big occasions so many times before, it'll be different for them. But for Crystal Palace, absolutely this will be big. And I expect Crystal Palace, actually, to come out and try and do exactly what they did, not only in the semi-final of the FA Cup, but in the final as well. They'll do exactly the same, and they will try and stay strong and catch Liverpool in the break.
And this gives us a better idea. It's one thing to watch them in pre-season. It's another thing to watch them when there is some silverware. Whatever the importance of the silverware is, it is important to the fans. And to some degree, it's important to the players once you start playing, once you get out on the field. You're playing for something. It's a different feel in the blood, in the system, in the heart, in the soul. It's like, okay, things are starting to get serious. And why is it important for the new pieces to fit well? And why is it important for them to have positive memories and positive moments? Go back to, say, for example, I'll throw a random name at you, Alvaro Morata. with Chelsea. In the Community Shield, he missed a penalty. Now, some may say, it doesn't matter. And yet there are players that will hang on to these things because this is the first important sort of sight that we saw of Alvaro Morata. When he first came to Chelsea, his first memory of playing at Chelsea in a game that mattered was missing a penalty. So you want them to play well, the new pieces, because you want them to build momentum going into the season, not carrying negative energy, not carrying negative feelings. And while we don't think that the Community Shield is the most important thing in the world, it is if you don't play well. Because now you're going into the season not playing well, not feeling good about yourself, and with the expectations of, hold on a second, you came into a championship team, a team that already won the title. Are you going to add value to this team, or are you going to take value from this team?
Yeah, but they've got a parachute though, Ali.
And what is that?
The parachute is if they don't perform well, the manager is going to be, don't you worry about that. That doesn't count. The only thing that counts is the first day of the season.
Right.
The only thing that counts is when you step on the field at Anfield against Bournemouth. That's what counts.
Frank said for him it was as the World Cup final.
Well, but that's fine if that's how Frank took it. I'm just telling you my experience of when I was playing, how we took it, and how the coaching staff took it. Because it was a regular event for us. We were going there almost every year.
Right,
So it's a completely different scenario. But Wirtz and other players will get a parachute on this game. If they don't turn up, they will get a parachute.
Do you know what the Community Shield means? A very special edition of Stump Stevie. Yay! Here we go then, Stevie.
We're a bit early here, aren't we?
I know, I like it.
There we
I
go.
like it. This is. I will take it back to.
Hold on. Eleanor, get tea up there. I'm going to be home early.
From what I saw, you only won one Community Shield, in which you played.
Yeah, I only played in two.
You were telling us you had a problem with your groins before, which we don't need to go into detail
Yeah,
with. 1989 was the one that you won. Do you remember who you played?
Wimbledon.
No.
Stomped.
Don't know.
Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah, I don't think I played in that, did I?
Yeah, apparently.
Did I?
Oh, apparently. Yes, you did, yes.
I don't even remember it. The only one I remember is Everton.
Well, that's not on the list.
Yeah.
Do you remember who were the sponsors of the 1989 Charity Shield?
Absolutely no idea.
It's a Scottish beer.
Tenants.
Yeah, Tenants. Hey!
It's a long time since I had a can of Tenants.
And who scored the only goal in the 1989 Charity Shield final?
Aldo, Roche, Barnes,
no.
Beardsley.
Yes, Peter Beardsley in a 1-0 win. As we'll have a bit of Stump Stevie with Frank as well, shall we? As we take it to the 2000 Charity Shield. As you say, it was against Manchester United, Frank. Who scored?
Isn't it?
Wait, I know.
Oh my God!
think
He
I
works with us. He works with us.
He does work with us, yes.
Yeah, come on, help me out.
No, come on.
He's late
he
for
works
me.
with us. And we don't have that many people. We can't
Yes,
afford that many people.
Why did I forgot his name?
Wow, he's Dutch.
He's got to come back.
Yeah.
He's got to come back. He's going to come back. He's Dutch. Yes, he's Dutch.
Yes.
He's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
And
He says you understand a lot.
Yeah.
He likes to eat food.
He likes to eat food.
He's all sorts of
I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed.
Wow. Your teammate. Wow. Our teammate.
Wow, Mario Malchiot.
Wow.
Goodness me.
Mario.
Oi.
I almost swore. Yeah, Mario. Sorry, Mario.
do you remember who
I
scored?
remember he scored the
He's not
second
dead.
goal, I think.
Do you remember who else scored, Frank?
Oh, yeah.
It was on his debut for Chelsea, I think.
Centre forward.
Maybe Jimmy Floyd?
Say again?
Yep.
Jimmy Floyd.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
his name?
It's written on the screen, so that's
screen.
always useful. That's very good to know.
Oh, I didn't see it. No, I didn't cheat. I swear.
Before I'll give you a clue, I'll keep this as generic as possible. Who made their debut for Manchester United on that day?
Fabian Barthez.
Very good. Yeah, excellent, Frank. Congratulations. Doesn't make up though.
I had this shirt. We swapped the shirt.
Did you?
That's why I remember.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Smiles around then for Chelsea as their momentum continues to build ahead of the start of the new season. Now, ESPN FC is presented by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Frank, obviously, Chelsea once again stepping in the right direction.
Yes, definitely. I was very impressed with the forward players and all the players who came on because there were many substitutions. We have to say that Bayer Leverkusen weren't impressive, that's for sure. And I'm very worried for that beautiful team from last season and the season before. But Chelsea, yeah, did very well. The pace that they have when they get the ball in transition, it's pretty amazing and threatening for the future game that they're going to play against the others because, I mean, they go fast, they're very effective, and if Estevao, Neto, Palmer, and some others, of course, João Pedro, are fit, they're going to create trouble. So that's for sure for any defense. After, they weren't too much experienced, I would say, at the back. So let's see how it works. But offensively, you know, I'm very positive and very looking forward to seeing how it works during the Premier League.
Yeah, you say you're looking forward to the start of the season. For Estevao, it's going to be fascinating to see how he adapts.
Well, it's really interesting to see the role of Estevao and how it changed from the first to the second half. In the first half, dynamic down that right-hand side, and every time that he was going after the defenders, whenever he was going outside or inside, you felt like something was about to happen. And you have to remind yourself that he's 18 years old, that we thought, well, maybe is he ready, is he not ready? If you base it upon the performance of the first 45 minutes, this is a player that you can certainly use.
Right.
Now, Neto comes in the second half, and he goes on that right-hand side, and now we saw Estevao playing more of a central position and still getting himself in positions where he could be dangerous. On the half-turn, going after defenders, getting himself in positions where he could be dangerous inside the 18-yard box, taking the role of Cole Palmer. So you're seeing a flexibility to Estevao that I don't think most people were familiar with, given the fact that you think, well, he's just a winger, he's going to get after defenders, he's going to get after Grimaldo as he did today, and that's the limitation of his game, and that's it. Well, we saw in the second half that there is flexibility, that he can find the inside positions and he can find spaces in between lines and be dangerous and influential as well.
Chelsea, of course, need attackers desperately, Stevie. Garnacho, the latest one they've been linked to.
I don't understand it. I mean, we've just heard Frank and Ali talking about all of these forward players, and you're thinking, how are they all going to fit in with each other? How's Garnacho going to fit in?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't take Garnacho ahead of any of them. And they're going to pay apparently over 50 million for him.
No, surely not.
Well, that's what I read. So
Your sources.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Frank, do you understand?
No, of course not. And on top of it, I saw Gittens coming on, for the last 50 minutes. He really impressed me. Every time he got the ball, he made a difference. First touch, first ball that he had, he gave a good ball. I think, I don't remember who he was, but I think it was Estevao. I think we saw the highlights. He was very impressive. So Garnacho will play in the same position on the left side. I never saw Garnacho doing that, even when he was at the top of the top. So he's a great player, but as Stevie explained, you're going to pay like between 50 and 60 million for a guy where you already have the players that you need. I don't see anybody else adding something like Garnacho, adding something better that they already have. And to have it too crowded can create also problems. The dressing room is going to be young. The atmosphere can change. One player can destroy anything. I don't say it's because of Garnacho. Any player, because he doesn't play, it's going to be moody and it's going to create problems into the dressing room.
I think we can agree that Manchester United need attacking players, need talented players in the final third. And Garnacho was one of those guys for them. They are making the choice in saying, he may have been dangerous for us, but we don't want him around. Now, when a team that needs talented attacking players is saying to one of their talented attacking players, you can go and train somewhere else and don't be here, don't come to the training facility, we don't want you, it reflects very poorly on that individual. So if I'm Chelsea and I'm building a team in the manner in which they are, with a bunch of young players, you just won the Club World Cup, there's momentum with this club, there is no need for you to go and chase down a player for a position that you already have covered 2 and 3 times over. There's no need for Chelsea to go after Alejandro Garnacho in any way, shape or form.
Meanwhile, Frank, of course, bad news for Chelsea. Levi Colwill out, it seems, for a big part at the start of the new season. How does this affect Chelsea defensively?
It does, because he was, I would say, the most experienced players comparing to the others, and he had a great season last season, and he was leading the defense. But I want to believe that players like Trevor Chalobah and Tosin Adarabioyo can do the job, helped by the others who can come on. But yeah, it's a big blow because Colwill have proven that he's a real talented player, and he can have a bright future. But it is what it is, and you have to work with that. But Chalobah has been called back from Crystal Palace last season and did very well until the rest of the season. With him and Tosin can do the job. So I'm worried, but it's going to be okay, I think.
Of course, not long to go now until the Premier League season kicks off. As is tradition, we'll get everyone's predictions, as we have done over the last few days. It's the turn of Frank Leboeuf to tell us where he thinks Chelsea are going to finish. Third in the table, Frank, behind Liverpool and Arsenal.
Yeah, so I mean, Liverpool, as I think everybody, are the contender for this season. Chased by Arsenal, and after, you know what? I'm not convinced about the signing of Manchester City. I didn't see anything special coming out from the games that I saw them playing during this summer. So I saw Chelsea doing great. So I saw an improvement from Chelsea, not from Manchester City. That's why I put Chelsea in front of Manchester City. But yeah, it's going to be an open race between the two. But between the 3 and the 4, I have doubts. But after, I'm pretty comfortable.
Where's Manchester United?
Nowhere. What do you want to expect from Manchester United? I mean, it's a big mess. I don't see any coach making any differences because of what you have created some years ago, and it's a real nightmare. You have to get rid of half of the squad in order to rebuild something and become the Manchester United we have known again, but it's going to take a while. And why do you want to expect anything from a team who, for me, doesn't see any improvements with new signings or whatever it can be? The mentality, the spirit, the way of playing. Amorim didn't create anything different, so I don't know why I would have put Manchester United suddenly 5th or 6th. It can happen, but I'm sorry. We are talking about prediction. Why should I think that it's possible?
As we discussed yesterday, the shortlist was announced. 30 players up for the Ballon d'Or. Really, it's a 2-horse race between Ousmane Dembele and Lamine Yamal. Who's your vote going to, Ali?
Lamine Yamal. I've been very consistent with that. I still think that Lamine Yamal is a more influential player for Barcelona than Dembele has been for PSG, if that's a comparison that we're making. And we actually had a full show here saying when France and Spain are playing in the Nations League, this will define it all. Well, if that was the game that defined it all, Lamine Yamal played a whole lot better than Ousmane Dembele, scoring a goal and assisting another, I believe. Regardless, Dembele was not a factor in that match. So I'm only going by the conditions that have been put forth, and if that's the case, I'm taking Lamine Yamal. I still think right now that Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world.
Nobody wants to hear your rant, Frank. We know you don't give us stuff. We know it's a team sport. We know you should be voting for individuals. But let me just put this point to you. If you are picking a team right now, who are you picking first out of those two?
Wow, that's a hard question. Well, I will pick Lamine Yamal because he's younger. That's what, and because they have both the same talent for me, it's hard to choose between any one of them. But Lamine Yamal is younger, so I say there is a future with that more than Ousmane. But to answer to your question, because he's French, I would choose Ousmane Dembélé.
What?
Because
You said Lamine
he
Yamal
worked
to
so
start.
hard.
Wait, you said Yamal. You need to answer my question. You
Yeah,
did
but
answer the
I
question.
only. No, that's not the same question. You're asking me to hire somebody for my team.
Yes.
You're not asking me to nominate a Ballon d'Or.
Because
that's
you get
completely
angry
different.
when I ask you
That's
about the
crappy.
Ballon d'Or. You say, I'm not going to give you an answer.
Yeah,
I do not
because
care.
that's
It's about
crappy.
11 players.
When
and now, because he's French,
I'm
all
sorry.
of a sudden, you're putting all of
No.
your ethics behind you and just forgetting it.
Can you,
Nah,
give us that accent again?
No, because
No,
you would
I
have
get into trouble.
you would have respected me. You would have asked the question, Stevie, and never asked me the question. But you know when Alejandro, because I'm going to call him Alejandro right now.
Okay.
When say Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world, I get upset with that because there is no best player in the world. Doesn't mean anything in a football world. It's the best player in his position. But Lamine Yamal is a crappy goalkeeper. I can tell you that Lamine Yamal is a crappy centre back.
Wait.
You know, like Ousmane Dembélé. So stop saying that the guy is the best player in the world. He's not. He's the most attractive player in the world. I agree, but he's not the best player. Now, I pick Ousmane Dembélé because Ousmane Dembélé made me change my mind about him. And he worked so hard that he deserves something. It's why I picked Ousmane Dembélé.
Okay, there we go. God, for someone who doesn't care about the Ballon d'Or. Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Ali's here, Stevie, Frank. Frank, you've just come back from holiday. I thought you'd be relaxed, but you're very angry today.
Edgy.
Yeah.
No, I'm only upset. I'm always upset when I talk about the Ballon d'Or. Can I say something, guys? I had the chance on my way back to Spain to see one of the biggest Argentinian legend for me because he played for Reims and Paris Saint-Germain, Carlos Bianchi, the beautiful striker.
Yeah.
And he was a great coach for Vélez Sarsfield and Boca Juniors. When I saw him, he never changed. He's 76 years old, still the same. And when I saw him going onto the plane, I say, "Oh, Carlos." I said, "Oh," and we talked. The guy is a pure legend. One of my best.
I bet he was really happy to see you.
Striker that I've ever seen. Yes, he was, and he gave me his phone. And I might go to Boca Juniors to see the Bombonera, which is one of my bucket list, one of my dreams.
Oh, fantastic. If you
Well,
check,
I'm
is the
sure.
phone number legit?
Yeah.
Not one of those?
Yeah, I checked. Don't worry, I checked.
Okay, here we go. I don't have the questions. I might have them on my phone, actually. Here we go. Why isn't Salah, Stevie, the favourite for the Ballon d'Or? He was Europe's top 5 league's best playmaker with 86 chances created. Lamine Yamal only had 64. He scored more goals,
Oh my
34
God.
than Lamine Yamal and Dembele. Salah was more important to Liverpool than the others to their team and fit all season.
If they'd won the Champions League, he probably would have won it.
In the conversation, yes. Yeah.
Simple as that.
But he wasn't.
Liverpool win the Champions League,
Yes.
Salah
Yep.
would win it.
He was injured, wasn't he, against PSG? Oh no, he just didn't turn up. Everton have said Everton has said they don't want to pay Grealish's wages in full. Manchester City has said a club must pay the wages in full. Are they forcing Grealish to take a wage cut similar to Rashford? Should Grealish do it to play? Spurs or Everton for Grealish? A lot of Grealish questions there for you, Frank. Go for it.
Yeah, I think if Grealish wants to play football and he knows that he won't play with Manchester City, there he will have to go for a pay cut because, in fact, he didn't fulfill all the hopes and expectations that Pep Guardiola had. They paid him a lot, big transfer fee, but if the second year was a little bit better, before and after it wasn't that good. So yeah. You have to think about your career and the fact that you love football. Hopefully, you love football and you wanna play. You wanna be on the field. So go for the pay cut, and you will have a chance to carry on fulfilling your dreams.
It's so easy to say, yeah, you over there, take a pay cut.
Yeah.
No, you worked your whole life to get to a point in which you can negotiate a contract in the manner in which Jack Grealish was able to negotiate with Manchester City. They agreed upon a contract. They signed a contract. The contract is in place. Pay him out. You don't want him? Pay him out. That's what the contract stipulates. Why is this put on the player? Why is it not the responsibility of the club that made the decision of investing in this player? That nobody forced Manchester City to sign Jack Grealish and pay the transfer fee. Once you agreed upon a contract, why are we putting the pressure on the player to take a pay cut? Because if he loves football, he must give us his money. Easy to say from a distance. It's not your contract, it's not your money. Easy to say you take a pay cut. If you love football, you'll take a pay cut. He could love football all he wants to, but the contract legally binds Manchester City and Jack Grealish, and legally binds Manchester City to pay the money out. Pay him out.
Ali going for his agency auditioned very well there.
No, I'm just saying. Common sense.
How important, Ali, is it for a forward, especially one new to a club, to score in pre-season, or does it not matter?
I think it matters for strikers. I think it matters for strikers that are coming in with a lot of reputation, and it's been a transfer fee, a high transfer fee, and it's been discussed in and around the club and the media, and it's been the center of attention. People want to see you score goals because that's what you're here to do. Having said that, it's one thing if you're not scoring goals in the preseason matches or what have you, but in the training sessions themselves, with your new teammates, if you are banging goals left and right, people are paying attention. Your teammates are paying attention, and they'll begin to trust, it's only a matter of time before he scores the goals that matter once we start the season. But you need to see that performance right away.
Right.
If you're seeing a guy who's not sharp in front of goal in training, and then you're seeing him preseason matches, and he's struggling to hang on to the ball or struggling to take on chances, then every alarm bell goes not only on the club, but on the teammates. The teammates themselves are the ones that go, uh-oh, this is not the guy we thought we were getting.
It's not just goal scorers that. I mean, the goal scorers get more attention, which is why they get more money generally. But it affects everybody. If you're a defender and you're playing in a pre-season game and the guy's knocking it past you, running past you, dribbling through you, nutmegging you, it affects you. Not to the extent probably as much as a centre forward, but it still affects you big time. So it's not just forwards that get affected. Everybody's involved.
Stevie, are we heading back into the big man up front era? Plenty of teams seem to be moving away from the Ali-type striker
What does that mean?
and going for these 6'2" plus fast ball carrying strikers. What's behind the shift? Stevie, Frank, which did you guys prefer facing, the big man or the short kings?
I don't see a shift to that.
Right.
I think people are looking for goal scorers.
Okay.
If you look at your average guy today, he's over 6 foot. I mean,
Yes, we are.
yeah, I said your average. So yeah, I don't see a shift.
No.
And I would prefer to play against a bigger guy.
Why?
Well, because basically you can see him. You know exactly where he is generally all the time.
Okay.
You know, we guys like Wirtz playing centre forward, playing that false nine. You're looking for them. If you're sitting looking for somebody, then there's a good chance that you're going to get caught out.
Right.
But when you know exactly where somebody is all the time, then you can deal with it. When you don't know where they are, you can't deal with it.
No. Frank?
Yeah, I agree with Stevie. I would rather play against a big-time guy because you can go for it, you can move him. He's normally a little bit slower than a guy shorter. We can go around, turn around you, and if you touch him, he's going to fall. It's hard to cope with that guy. Those guys, I play against Michael Owen, I play against some others, Yuri Jokev as well. I saw Zola playing with me. You cannot catch those guys. They're too fast, they turn very fast, you can't cope with them, you can smash them. It's better with a big guy. Even if it's hard. I play against Ferguson, I play against some others. My God, they were nightmares. But if I have to choose, I go for those guys.
Just for clarification, part of the reason that I did not achieve the things that I would have wanted to achieve in the game is because my game was of a big guy striker, but I'm not a big guy. So the skill set did not match the way I played the game, right? Or my size for that matter. So I wasn't a dribbler. I wasn't turning on people and going on people with step overs. I was playing with my back to goal a lot of the time. I think Stevie can attest to that. So when somebody says Ali type striker, we just want to clarify that I wasn't a dribbler, not a step over sort of guy, change of pace, or that wasn't me.
Right.
I had my other limitations.
The friendly between Como and Real Betis got heated.
Yeah, he's not interested in what I have to say.
No, I was going to say something rude, and then I decided not to say anything rude about it.
No, I mean, look, I did.
No, exactly. I was
did the best I could with
it does make a change that you actually have a good reason for not listening.
No, well, I was listening. I heard everything Ali said, and it took me down a path, and I decided to shut the gate on and turn back.
You're a very sensible person.
That's the way I am. It's what happens, you know. Yeah. When you're going through what I am. The friendly between Como and Real Betis got heated, and there was a brawl with punches thrown. Stevie, as a manager, how frustrating is it to deal with a fight in a pre-season match, or do you like seeing this type of
The most annoying thing ever.
Oh dear.
There are certain places you can go and play games, and you know what's going to happen. There's 20 minutes to go, and if the team you're playing is getting beat, you know the cheap shots are coming, and you know the cowards are starting to get warmed up. You can smell it, and it happens too often. Yeah. No, it's the most annoying thing ever. People just thinking because it's pre-season, and I'm talking about the opposition, that...
Well, especially when you're playing Liverpool of your day, it was bragging rights, wasn't it, to say, oh yeah, I kicked Steve Nicol?
Well, to be honest with you, I can't honestly say that when I played for Liverpool. We carried a lot of respect with us.
Right.
And that... I only ever remember somebody trying to do that to me once in a pre-season game when I was at Liverpool. But the lower down you go, then people just think it's a free shot.
Okay.
Nothing's going to happen.
Right.
Because it's a pre-season friendly, and then they start clattering people, and then it gets me back up.
Yeah, clearly.
Aye.
All right.
Stevie, I've been reading about Craig Johnson's life and career. What a wild story. Do you have any good Skippy stories to share? Do you still keep in touch?
Yeah, I was with Craig about 3-4 months ago when I was home.
Nice.
I mean, I went.
How was his hair? Because obviously he's synonymous with his hair in the 80s, the long, curly...
Most of it's gone.
Right. Is he holding on? Has he got
He
the
was clinging on to the
he?
ponytail, yeah.
Brilliant.
He was clinging on. There's not a lot up the middle, but there's still got a bit at the side that ties at the back.
Nice.
But yeah, Craig was different. There's a lot of stories I can't tell you about Craig, but the one I'll tell you is when I went to Liverpool, I was staying in digs.
Right, yeah.
And so Eleanor was coming down. So Eleanor was my girlfriend in Scotland when I moved down. And so she was coming down, and of course, I didn't want to stay in digs. But I wasn't going to go and stay in a hotel for 3 or 4 days, you know?
Okay.
I mean, I was getting decent money, but I wasn't that good.
Right.
And so I was talking to Craig one day, and I was, you know, this is going on, and he said, "Come and stay at my house."
Okay.
And I thought it was a wind-up.
Yes.
And he went, "No," I said, "Seriously, come and stay." I said, "You sure?" And he went, "Aye, absolutely." Anyway, so on the Monday, Eleanor came down. She was off work. Came down on the Monday. Had a nice dinner, the whole thing, went to bed.
Yes.
And we had a reserve game on the Tuesday the following day. It was away in Preston, somewhere like that. And so I said cheerio to Eleanor. He said cheerio to his missus and said, "I'll see you later." So we're on the bus on the way back after the game. And he came up to me and he said, "Oh, by the way," he said, "we're going over to, can't remember the name of the club, in Birkenhead, which is about 45 to an hour drive from where he stayed." And I went, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "We're going to the club." I went, "What do you mean?" I said, "Eleanor's sitting in the house, in your house, waiting for me." He said, "Well, you'll see her in the morning." I went, "But she's sitting waiting on me." I said, "No, we're going to have to go home." He goes, "Well, I'm going to the club." He said, "So you're going to have to come." I went, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, how bad's it going to make me look if you go home and I'm in a club?"
I see, because his wife was at home with
his wife was at home with Eleanor.
I understand, yes. And he wanted to go to the club.
Well, I've only been.
Be a team player,
I've only
Stevie.
been in Liverpool for about 5 weeks.
So how did you play it out?
Well, I had to go out, didn't I?
Team player.
45 years later, still he's sticking to the story, Eleanor.
What a
I got home at 3 in the
sacrifice.
morning. I got home at 3 in the morning, and she was still up.
Wow.
She sat in a chair like that.
Wow.
Where have you been?
Yep. Not for the first time or the last time, Stephen, I believe. Last question, pre-game hype song. Was there a song, Frank, that the French team had, for example, in the dressing room ahead of the World Cup games?
That song became viral. You know, I Will Survive?
Yes.
From Gloria Gaynor.
Yeah.
She became our godmother after the World Cup. She came to give a golden disc to Vincent Candela, because Vincent Candela is the guy who put that song into the coach when we were going to the game and after the game, and it became really viral. I Will Survive.
That's
First
brilliant.
I was afraid, I was petrified.
Careful, copyright.
And she came to Marseille, I remember, with her agent, which was her husband, I think, and she gave that to Vincent Candela and saying, I'm your godmother. I think she sold like 10 million CDs in France after the World Cup. So she was very happy. She didn't expect that. But and it's still, when we talk about 98 team, that song came out. I remember being in LA, in a nightclub in LA, and the DJ, she was from Paraguay. She saw me and she put that song.
Wow.
I looked up, and I said, I went to see her and I said, how do you know? I said, well, you have to know that in France, for 98, it's I Will Survive.
Oh,
incredible,
That's
incredible.
Cool. It's when Frank used to go to LA clubs dressed in his 98 kit.
Who's medal?
Oh yeah, no, with the trophy, I put on the table.
Did they play I Will Survive that night at the club, Stevie? Where, you know, you can't leave a man behind.
Well, I should have done, because I did just survive.
Stevie, pre-match songs?
We used to, I'm trying to remember the name of the song, but Kenny Dalglish, when he became the manager, and he's really superstitious, and we were undefeated, and we'd played this, Annie Lennox, and who's the guy she was in the group with?
Oh, I don't know, this is beyond...
I've been sitting here since when Frank mentioned it, I've been trying to remember.
Yeah.
But it was Annie Lennox.
Okay.
And as soon as when we played away from home,
Yes.
and we got on the bus, and the bus driver shut the door, Kenny had to put that tape in, and we had to listen to that song till we got to the stadium.
David Bowie?
No.
Oh.
No.
All right, we could be here a while.
Annie Lennox, and she had loads of songs with them.
Right. Eurythmics?
Yes.
Well, from the band?
Okay.
Eurythmics.
There we are, Eurythmics.
Eurythmics from the band, yeah, the band, yeah.
And what was the song?
Can't remember.
Good. Right.
Broken Glass.
No.
Wow, I
I
threw that one out there, see.
It's kind of going in my head.
Okay, Sweet Dreams?
Like a 70s. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well done, Stevie.
Yeah. Ali?
I can't remember, but I can actually remember a moment in time in my career when I thought, you know what, it's getting close to the point to where I need to
I thought that was the song. One moment in time. No.
Sitting in the locker room with Chivas USA, and I've told this story before, and
One of the happiest times of your career.
yeah, and I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Yeah.
Right? And they play that
Black
time.
Eyed Peas?
The Black Eyed Peas. They play this every single time before the game. And I'm sitting back and going, I'll take an okay night tonight. I don't know that this is gonna be a good night. In fact, I think we're probably gonna lose. So I'll take an okay night. I'll take a draw. At that point, I thought to myself,
Wow.
I don't think that we can go any longer doing this.
Yeah.
Where you go onto the field thinking, more likely than not, it's not going to be a good night.
He brought that song up the other day. I think it wasn't you.
Well, the Black Eyed Peas?
At our wedding,
Yes.
he said, She spoke to the DJ,
Oh,
and
yeah,
she
yeah,
said
yeah.
the only song you cannot play
Yes.
is that song,
Why
My
not?
Wedding.
I don't know.
That song was huge when we were in Madrid together.
Aye, she said,
I know.
Wow.
The only song you cannot play is that.
There we go.
There was a lot of anger behind
And-
it too.
and that-
I should be
Oh,
serious.
yes, Frank.
Dan, don't you think that the English squad should stop that hype song, you know, football's coming home, you know,
Yes.
that you've been singing
They can
for
sing
too long,
sing
and
whatever
then it's
they
been
want.
completely
Do whatever
a
they
curse.
want. Do what they want. Talking with the angels?
It's a curse.
Must be talking with an angel.
Yes.
No? All right, okay.
We thrown the hits at you and you said no.
There must be an angel. Right, okay.
Thank you, Stevie.
Right, don't worry. Oh, by the way, remember that Ter Stegen segment we did? Forget about it. Barcelona have announced that he is back as being their captain. This is the official statement that they released. It says...
Seriously.
The disciplinary case
My
has been
God.
closed and the player is the captain of the first team once again with immediate effect.
It's just getting worse.
Lovely.
They listen to us. It's because they listen to us.
Do you think so, Frank? They're the only ones who do.
Okay.
That is it. That brings us to the end of today's show. Thank you very much, Annie Lennox, the Eurythmics.
And whatever song that was.